You awake, Charlene? You good?
All right, there we are. Good morning, Trailblazers. Happy Wednesday. We're here for our last and final Kids Talk of the year. And our book that we are highlighting in the screen there is called The Wild Robot. We're going to introduce our panel. So thank you very much, Mrs. Keltner, for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for hosting. I love reading these books. They're great books.
All right, let's go ahead and host our panel, starting on the top row, please, with Charlene.
Your name?
Your name and your class.
I'm Charlene Drumming from a Stranger's class.
Jack Wells from Miss Cole's class. Solly Fleming from Miss Cole's class.
Aaron Randy from Miss Cole's class. Christopher Lee from Miss Shipman's class.
Jimmy Pierce from Miss Cole's class.
And the bottom row, if you want to. Yeah, there you go. Good teamwork.
I'm David from Miss McMahon's class.
Nahum Biniam from Miss Noel's class.
Haley Fisher from Miss Bellflower's class.
Lauren Collins from Miss Bellflower's class. Savannah Craig from Miss Shipman's class.
All right.
Awesome.
Good
What a
crew
wonderful
today.
grade.
Yeah.
Yes,
Wide variety of grades.
By show of hands, how many of you, is this your first book talk, or first Kids Talk?
All right.
All right.
Finish the year strong. I like that.
Yes.
Welcome.
All right, let's go ahead and jump right in here. Okay, who is Roz? And how did Roz end up on the island? That's a two-part question. So, Jimmy, you want to go ahead and address that since you have the microphone?
Well, when I remember the first part, there was like a ship with lots of robots on them, and they crashed, and Roz box sailed up on the island.
Okay, so who is Roz?
A robot.
Roz is a robot, yes. Okay, and she crashed, shipwrecked and crashed onto the island, and Roz is the only robot that survived. Okay.
That's right. Yep. How did Roz learn to survive on the island? That's going to kind of be an extended response there. Roz did many things. Name one or two and then pass the mic. Why don't we just go down the line? Christopher?
The animals teached him. Teached Roz.
The animals were teaching Roz how to survive in the wilderness?
She learned from the animals how to survive by their behavior.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. She observed the animals, and for example, like she tried to climb up a bunch of rocks, so she like found the crab and saw how the crab went up the mountain.
That's right. That's a great detail. I remember her trying to crawl up. Mm-hmm.
Well, to put a specific part, she saw a stick bug, and so she realized, well, you can't see it, so now you can't see me. Or I can't remember what it is.
When she went camouflage? Mm-hmm. Yep, yep. All right, bottom row, Savannah.
Well, Roz, like the animals, like helped him learn to like survive and learn how to like basically do a lot of stuff.
Okay. Any specific examples, Lauren?
He built like a hut and lived with like a baby gosling.
She stayed still and blended in with the environment.
She did. That's right.
She adapted to all the other animals, like the ways they survive. She adapted to them.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that Roz, she built a hut so that then she could like live in there with the little baby goosling that she found.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So she was learning how all the animals survived in the forest, so she did little things to kind of mimic them, right? To be like them, to survive. Okay. What are some of the science concepts mentioned in this book? Anything specific? David, why don't you start and then pass it back down?
Like how to build the fire, because Roz, she had to build the fire.
That's right.
I don't really know.
That's fine. Pass it to Rick. Yeah, keep your hands up and then we know who to pass it to.
The spaceship that came down to collect the parts of the robots that were left over.
She camouflaged.
She did animals camouflage.
Well, camouflage was basically what I was gonna say.
Okay, that's fine. How about the back row? Charlene, do you want to pass the mic? No, keep that mic, Savannah, in the first row, and then have Charlene pass it down to somebody. Did you want to say something, Charlene? Okay, go ahead, honey.
Well, she did use observations and trial and error.
Ooh, I like that. Your science teachers are going to be happy with that part of the scientific process. Yes.
It's kind of like the way she did that I was explaining earlier, where she learned from the crab.
I was gonna say what David said about the fire.
I was going to say what Charlene said.
That's okay.
The animals were camouflaging, and one of the animals played dead.
Oh, that's right. With their predators. Yeah, the food chain. Good point,
I remember
Christopher.
the migration.
Ooh, migration.
I
like that
Trailblazers-
one.
Trailblazers know their science concepts.
When the duck went on his first
Yes,
flight.
very good, Jimmy. Very good.
This is a very good book. If you want to review some of those science concepts, this is a wonderful story to read. And I liked how it read really, really quickly. The pages were shorter. They had a lot of pictures in it, so it was a really quick read, and it just flowed really well.
I couldn't put it down. Like I said, I sat in one sitting because I just wanted to know what happened to Roz.
And there's a sequel.
Yeah.
We have to get it for
we're
our
gonna get it.
library,
We're gonna
but-
get it.
Okay, next question. What was the dawn truce? The dawn truce. Miriam.
Miriam, why don't you start? Yep.
The dawn truce is when animals would meet every morning as a community without anyone eating each other.
Yes, they agreed not to eat each other, agreed to talk and communicate, just kind of like a community. Everybody got along even though there were differences. David, want to pass the mic down, Savannah?
The dawn truce is where all the animals meet and they agree not to eat each other. But then, when Roz went there, all the animals got scared because she was. The animals have been doing that for a long time, and then she was never there, so they got kind of scared of her.
Right.
Okay.
At the beginning, right?
Okay.
Jimmy, do you want to add?
Is where they talk about like stuff that happens around, like when they talked about getting rid of the wild robot or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember correctly because it was like the fourth SSYRA book I read.
Yep.
Right. And this concept, the dawn truce, was very, very, very important for another thing that happened later on in the story when they got into the tent and they had to learn to get along with each other. So that's a very good concept, something we could practice here at school.
Definitely. Even though you may be different than somebody, doesn't mean you can't get along and have those peaceful times. Definitely. All right. How did Roz end up taking care of a gosling? And what name did the gosling end up with? Jack?
The gosling's name was Bright Bill, and she ended up taking care of the gosling. I think she was like climbing a mountain during a really bad storm, and she killed the mother, father, and all the other eggs except the one egg that Bright Bill was going to hatch out of. So she took care of the egg because she felt bad for it, and Bright Bill got his name because Roz liked the name that Loud Wing suggested.
Very good. Anybody want to add to that? That's a good description. Miriam? Mm-hmm.
Since the storm came all of a sudden, and then there was a downpour, and she was holding on to a block, and then it fell, and she slipped down, and when she came to a stop, she saw that she killed the mom and the dad and 4 eggs, and there was 1 egg left, so she had to take care of it.
That's right. She went into mother mode, didn't she? David?
I remember that once she got the egg, she didn't know like how to correctly hatch it because she thought if she was gonna sit on it like the mother was doing, she was gonna crack it. But then I think she did sit on it.
Jimmy, do you want to help him out?
The animals helped her take care of it, like keep it warm and build a house for her and the gosling to stay in. But that's all I really remember
helped a
about
lot of
them
them.
helping her.
Haley, did you want to add something?
I remember that Roz took the nest with her so that the egg could stay in the nest.
That's right. So it kind of stayed in its home, its original home, and she just took care of it there. Good. Okay.
All right. This book is full of animals, and we already mentioned some. Mention some more of the animals that were in the book that helped out that Roz learned from. Jimmy, start with you, and we'll pass the mic.
The geese helped a lot
Okay.
because Loudwing or Bright Bill was a goose.
Okay. Keep your hands up if you have a response, and the mic will be passed to you.
Ducky Lucky, I'm pretty sure. I think. Wait. I feel like I
You read so many good. Yep. Marion? That's okay.
The otters was in the beginning, and there was an owl, crab, geese, beaver, deer, fox, possums, and a bunny.
She's listed a lot
All
of them.
right.
Anything that she didn't say?
You just stole all the things that I would.
I was going to say, yep.
She's prepared.
Any other animals, Jack, that you remember?
The bird, I'm not really sure what his name was, but the bird who led the migration that got killed by the farmer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Chit Chat, Bright Bill's best friend.
Ooh. What was
Good.
Chit Chat?
A squirrel.
A squirrel.
Uh-huh.
Okay. How about the bottom row? Let's start with Savannah, and then we'll pass.
There was the gosling.
Okay. Which is a baby what?
Baby.
There was
A baby. Baby, help her out, Lauren. Baby. Baby goose.
a bear,
A
That's
bear.
right, the bear.
a moose,
A moose.
Mhm.
The two bears that were gonna try to hurt Roz.
Okay.
the beavers because they got the wood for her to build the little hut.
Exactly.
Perfect. That leads right into number 7 pretty well, too. Discuss some of the ways Roz and the animals helped each other throughout the story. David, you want to start since you've got the microphone? You touched on it a little bit.
The bears, the owl who I think led the dawn truth. The owl asked the bears to try to attack Roz, and then Roz didn't get attacked by the bears because she kind of fought back to the bears.
Okay. I'm going to pass it on. Who wants to comment about how they helped each other? Go back to Haley.
I remember that the bears tried to attack Roz, and one of the bears got Roz's foot, and one of the bears were hanging over the cliff, I think, and Roz helped it up, and the beaver made a foot out of wood for Roz.
That's right.
The beaver helped Roz build his house.
That's right. That was a big help. Mm-hmm.
Lauren said without, I was gonna say, the bear helped them build the house.
Build the house. The otters built, yep. Back row. Charlene, go ahead and take it and then send it on down to the next.
The deer helped Roz make a garden.
I like that one. That was a
Yes.
good detail.
The way they helped each other, they did kind of like a trade thing, like you do this for me and then I'll do this for you. Like the beaver said he wouldn't build the house unless Roz cut down the trees so he could build it.
Mhm.
And the deer would not help Roz plant the berry bushes unless they got to eat from the berries.
That's right.
That Roz helped all the animals make fire. Fire.
The beavers built a home for Roz, and the animals eated and fertilized the garden and helped out. And some of them helped Rose and give her some ideas how to take care of a baby. In the winter, Rose made homes for the animals, and the animals were nice to Rose.
I think the mother bear was what caused the end of the end point of the baby bears. Like, didn't she come along and she got mad at her babies or something?
No, because Roz has to win in their cave.
Yeah.
I like how they're dialogue.
Sure.
No, keep talking.
But
Keep
also-
talking. Y'all help each other out.
I remember the mom helped her with get to the beavers so that she could get her foot or something.
Right,
Oh yeah,
Roz?
she gave Roz a ride to the beavers.
That's right. Yep, that's right, because she couldn't walk. Miriam, do you think of something else?
Rose built a lodge and it was very cold and Rose and Harry and they wanted to come in, but they agreed not to eat anyone.
Exactly. Another part of that truce, getting along. Did you want to add one more thing, Charlene? Okay.
And how in the end of the book, the animals ended up helping Roz fight off all those other, like, Reccos or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
So winter was coming, of course, and it got very, very cold on this island. So the geese had to migrate because they can't survive in the cold weather. So what important thing did the gosling find out, Brightbill, when he migrated with the other geese? What do you think? Charlene, start us off.
That there were other robots.
Other robots. Any other comments? Add to that? Solly? Jack?
That migrating can be dangerous, and you should just not go there thinking that I'm going to be fine and nothing in the world is going to happen.
That was a good
I
comment.
like that comment.
Humans are cruel and mean monsters. Unlike us, though. We're awesome.
Can be.
I was going to say what Jack said. They found another Roz.
They found another rock.
Another Roz.
That there's shelter, not like the houses that they made, but like a greenhouse and barn
Mm-hmm.
and houses.
Like there were these other like geese that he did not know,
Ooh.
and if I was him, I would probably get freaked out.
All right.
David?
I remember that the little goosling, he didn't want to leave his friend Chit Chat. He wanted to try to bring her with him because they were such best friends. So I think the little goosling learned that sometimes to live you have to make hard decisions.
Okay.
You want to take the next one?
Sure. What did you learn that you didn't know before from reading this book? Chock full of information. David, start us off.
Oh,
We'll just pass it down.
I kind of learned how to put out the fire correctly because I used to think that you just needed to put water on a fire, but now I know that you need to put water and then cover it with dirt.
Okay.
So-
Okay. And if you have something to say, you can either say something or you can pass it. Okay. How about that?
I learned that you should always fertilize your garden.
Okay.
You
Okay.
are the garden lady. Thank you for your group keeping our garden going, Lauren. Yep.
But sometimes you have to leave your friends behind.
Oh, what an important concept.
Mm-hmm.
That it's not just the little animals that live with you, but when part of the migration, he found a horse
Mm-hmm.
or something at the barn, but bigger animals are out there than you.
Definitely.
Animals can teach you something.
Okay.
I was going to say what David Figueroa said.
Okay.
I learned that Ross has a serious problem of losing limbs.
Losing.
I learned that deers eat berries, which I'm not even sure if that was true or...
Yeah, it is, yep.
I learned if you listen hard enough, you can hear animals talk.
Oh, yes. They talk to each other. We might not be able to understand exactly, right? But they do talk to each other. I love that. What was your favorite part of the book and why? Shirley, why don't you kick us off since you've already got the mic?
The end of the book when Roz leaves because, there's going to be a sequel. They're not just going to leave it.
There you go. Yep.
You can just pass it. Yeah.
My favorite part was when the Ricos came to retrieve Roz and all the animals had to work together to destroy all three.
I think it was cool when Roz gave up herself to save the animals on the island.
I was going to say what Jack said.
Okay.
When Rose left the island because it did not want any other animals to die.
Oh, compassion.
In the winter, when she built lots of homes, so that it's not just her home, so animals can have a place to stay with a little fire in each.
I like the part when the beginning where he was like, I think the only robot that survived. I like Don Truce because I love animals.
Aw.
I liked it when all the animals destroyed the robots.
I like when Roz was gonna take care of the gooseling because she killed all the parents and his parents because she killed the other siblings.
I like the part where the Roz, the bear, attacked her, but then they became friends.
Right. I like that part too. Yep.
Okay.
Sally, one last comment?
I forgot what I was going to say.
All right. Well, give it to Jack, and then maybe you'll think of it before he's done.
Speaking of the bears that whoever down there was talking about, the bears was probably my other favorites. Not the part he was talking about, but the other part before the bears started helping him, where they were chasing him around and chasing Roz into a tree.
Oh, okay. Sally, you thought of it?
Yeah. I always thought of Roz's voice as like Siri's voice.
Imagination.
Yes.
Imagination.
All right. What was your favorite part, Miss Hilner?
Well, I think when she was being the Gosling's mom, and remember the Gosling went out into the lake and she couldn't go in, but the other animals helped get the Gosling, the leader, and brought him back in. And I don't know, I just related that we all want to help our kids as much as we can, but sometimes we need to lean on others, to help us along with that. But the whole book, I cannot wait for the sequel. What was your favorite part? Because I do have one final question.
Yes, my favorite part was about Rockmouth. And he was being a bully fish, and Roz found out why he was being a bully. I thought that was very important, and they helped him out. Does anybody remember why he was being such a bully? Charlene?
Because the others the beavers, to be exact, had built a dam so he couldn't get back to his home.
Exactly. They took over his habitat.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they all work together. So I know the question's not on here. What do you think's going to happen in the sequel? Charlie, why don't you start us off because you have the microphone.
That maybe the reprogram that the makers are going to do won't work, so.
Oh, okay. Interesting thought. All right, Jack, did you want to add anything?
For Roz escaping and not trying to get back, they send Roz to jail. Roz breaks out, then hijacks a plane, and then crash lands on the island.
Oh, okay. That'd be an interesting storyline, Sally.
I think they're just going to capture her, get her fixed, and then she's going to break out Mission Impossible style. Or Narnia.
Okay.
I'm gonna think that Rose is gonna get fixed. Rose is gonna get fixed, and then she's gonna come right back to the island.
It was basically what Miriam said.
Okay.
I think that they're going to take her back to the place where they get fix her, and then they tell her, like, she can't go back, but she, like, breaks out and goes back to the island to be with her child and her friends.
Oh, okay. Savannah or David, you have the microphone. Go ahead.
I think that she's going to escape the place where she got made, and I think that she's going to make some new robot friends to help her out, because I think that the robots might get tired of being at that factory, and I think after that she escapes, I think she's going to go find the baby goosling.
Okay.
I think that they're gonna repair Roz, and then they're gonna go back on the ship and try again. Another hurricane happens. She'll go back on the island, but her memory's erased, so she doesn't remember anyone or anything.
Ooh, that's an
twist.
interesting twist. Yes.
I already know what the name is, but I won't say it.
Have you read the book?
No.
Okay, good.
okay.
I just saw it at the library.
Oh, okay.
And I think she's gonna escape from the island, and she's gonna go back to a repair shop and get a repair, and then she's gonna go back to the island and
Okay.
I think what's gonna happen is the gooseling will be a big goose.
Will be a big goose. The gosling will become a goose. Yes. All right. What do you think? What would you like to see happen?
You know what? You guys have mentioned some things I hadn't even thought of before, so I would love to see if one of your predictions come true.
Yeah,
I don't
me
know,
too.
actually.
Yeah, I picture them all going to the factory and helping her break out and come back to the island somehow. I don't know, but I can't wait to read it. All right, last comment, Charlene.
For Narnia.
They go to Narnia.
Well, for some reason, I thought maybe there's one ship left. The animals go and save Roz.
Hey, okay, we're all kind of on the same page. They all
Yes.
want to have Roz rescued back to the island. All right, you guys did a great job reading the book with those details.
All right.
Any other comments? Yeah.
I don't, other than,
Yeah, duh.
how many of you, are any of you in this group coming to the sleepover? Okay, stay tuned because we're going to be doing something with robots. You will enjoy it, okay? Robots here. Okay, so stay tuned, okay? Friday, don't forget, we're going to be doing something really, really exciting with robots.
So let's see, we have, how many of you are fifth graders? Just the three of you? All right, so the rest of you, look for more book talks next year here
Yes.
at DeSoto Trail. And the three of you, I want you to continue reading. And if they have any book talks in middle school, I want you to participate, okay? Do the best you can, keep reading. All right. Oh, Jimmy, one last comment?
Microphone.
I have something the same night as
Savannah, pass
Take
it
that
out.
one. Yep.
Yeah.
I have something the same night as sleepover. It's another sleepover at my church.
Oh, so you can't come.
Lots of conflicts,
Next
I
year,
know.
keep reading.
I've
All
already signed
lots of
the
conflicts.
form to go, so.
right, Miriam, is it about the book talk?
Go wild robots.
Oh, wild robots. All right.
For Narnia.
Thank you, everybody. Okay.
All right, thank you guys. Wave to your teachers, wave to your friends.
Yay.
All right.
And that ends our
All
book
right.
talk for the 2017-18 school year. See you
Yes.
next year.